Hi, I'm Simon Goodfellow. This is Abbeywood Gardens. I've been gardener here since 2009. It was originally a family home. They've been here since 1987. The basic design had been set in the pool garden, the old vegetable garden, and a few steps and things around the house by David Stevens. And when I started here, I put my own planting style and design on everywhere and increased the size of the garden. The tropical exotic garden is planted out anywhere from the middle of May to the end of May, depending on the weather. We store everything in the glass house. I started a lot of from seed 15 years ago. I always try and get some interesting plants in there that, even though perhaps not exotic, when put in there in combination with others, it gives the exotic feel. And here we are, just about to go into the exotic garden, the tropical garden, one of the favourite areas of mine. Having grown up in South Africa and holidaying in Sri Lanka gives me a bit of inspiration each year. Plants from all over the world, which we mollycoddle and struggle with to keep alive. Ordinary plants, but given an exotic feel, like the hostas. There's the strong smell of the impatiens. Tinctoria, which is root hardy, and that is all in the last few months, that growth. Eucalyptus, which I have to pollard, otherwise it gets too big. These Tetrapanax rice paper plants were killed off not this last winter but the winter before, but are now sending up suckers. But I'm growing cobea to grow in between them and give a sort of the effect of liana and a jungle effect in there. And then this year, for a little bit more exotic, we planted the bromeliads and the tillandsia in the palm trunks just for the summer. Some of them have worked. Other ones that they obviously don't like direct sun because they burn. But it's interesting to see how they work. Bird of paradise, just going over now. Pseudopanax from New Zealand. Little florist's pineapples, sort of an added bonus for this year. Staghorn fern, which we've got growing on the old trunk of a dead Dixonia. But they've actually attached themselves now and are growing on it. But we have to lift it all out and put it away for the winter. The layout has been pretty much the same since I've started here in these areas. I've changed designs in here, but the formal structures, the hedges, the pool, pergola, all that was here before. This was originally parterre with box, a really old formal parterre design, which when the box blight set in 6 years ago, we got rid of it and I decided to do something completely different. So we've got different heights in the hedges, yew and copper beech, and then we've tried a few things in between. Some worked, some didn't work. Now we've got the Verbena bonariensis and Crocosmia castlewort late. There is always something flowering in between the shrubbery for the rest of the year. Behind we've got big swathes of Persicaria firetail, which is normally swarming with bees. There's only the occasional bee on it at the moment. Hopefully that will pick up soon. So here we are on the Pergola Walk, originally installed by David Stevens, and then I widened the herbaceous borders. I doubled the width of them so I could get more depth in the planting. There's a beautiful wisteria here in spring, and then there's honeysuckle, clematis and roses on the pergola. Beyond here, there wasn't anything, so all that beyond here is my own design. The Prairie Garden now with the big swathes of herbaceous should be looking good now in July. The grasses will just be starting to come into flower. So here we are on the Prairie Garden. This is my pride and joy 10 years ago. I'd done smaller versions of it before, but this was on the largest scale. Where I had just pure block planting, things have now helped themselves and joined in, and it's all for the better really. Here we've got Helenium, Fennel, Elemis, Nuphofia, Fiery Fred. It's quite a nice combination, all that, although it's going over a bit now. Originally, the two outer borders I did after the central bit because I felt it was a bit isolated. So we added in the shrubs and things for the winter interest under the trees that were already there. And now it feels more unified. Here's the Echinacea pallida, rather large flowers this year. So yeah, a vast area. The herbaceous now at its peak, and then grass is sort of September, probably their peak season. Then all this is left till February, March, just before it starts growing, and it's all cut off. And so we start again. The parallel borders, which lead down to the Prairie Garden, tend to use similar plants in different areas. There we've got, again, Persicaria, the sedums, which are reflected again in the Prairie Garden, irises, which are in the herbaceous borders, salvias in the exotic garden. So although the variety of plants is probably not that great, they're just used in different ways. Going into the vegetable, soft fruit and cut flower garden, which we started about 10 years ago now. Soft fruit, including the raspberries, black currants, red currants, white currants and gooseberries. And then cut flowers down both sides. And then beyond that, we've got more cut flowers and vegetables, salad leaves and things which are used in for the wedding functions and the cafe. We've got some vegetables here. Onions are doing well. And then cut flowers further down here and here, and we've got the polytunnel where we grow tomatoes and more cut flowers over winter. It's the compliments you get from visitors that I think you feel that perhaps all hard work and the effort that you think, oh, what am I doing this for, is in the end is actually worthwhile because it's bringing pleasure to so many other people.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to Horticulture Magazine. To find out more about Abbeywood, head over to the link in the description. Thanks for watching.